Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Voice of Wisdom. Have you ever been suddenly woken up in the middle of the night by a sharp, painful cramp in your leg? Or maybe you were just walking through the store, minding your own business, when your calf tightened up like a knot you couldn't undo. It's not only painful, it can feel frightening, almost as if your body is turning against you. And you're certainly not alone. Research shows that more than half of people over 60 deal with leg or muscle cramps on a regular basis. These aren't just tiny annoyances. They can interrupt your sleep, disrupt your day, and leave you anxious about when the next one will strike. Does that sound familiar? Here's the thing. Those cramps, that nagging muscle weakness, or even the tingling in your toes aren't always just a part of aging. Sometimes, the real cause is much simpler than we think. A lack of a few essential nutrients in your daily routine could be at the root of it all. That's exactly what we're going to explore today. This isn't about complicated medical talk or extreme exercise routines. Instead, we'll have an honest, easy to follow conversation about the key vitamins and minerals your body needs to fight cramps, reduce fatigue, and restore balance. Small changes can sometimes lead to big relief, and I want you to feel empowered to take those steps. So I encourage you to stay with me until the very end, because what you learn today might make a meaningful difference in how you feel tomorrow. Before we dive in, let's connect. If you've been struggling with cramps, type a 1 in the comments. If not, type a 0. It helps us see how many of us share this challenge and reminds you that you're not facing it alone. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Voice of Wisdom, your trusted space for health, healing, and simple lifestyle tips that truly make a difference. Be sure to click the notification bell so you never miss a new video designed especially for you. All right, let's get started and uncover the hidden causes behind your cramps, and more importantly, the steps you can take to finally feel in control again. Let's start with a little mineral that packs a mighty punch. Magnesium, the unsung hero I like to call the cramp stopper. If you've ever had a muscle cramp seize you out of nowhere, there's a good chance your body was waving a little red flag for magnesium. Magnesium isn't just another supplement you pass by at the drugstore. It plays a direct role in helping your muscles relax after they contract. When you're low on it, your muscles can get stuck in that tight, crampy state. It's like trying to drive with the brakes stuck, painful and frustrating. And as we age, our ability to absorb magnesium from food drops, while the medications we often take, like diuretics or acid blockers, can flush it right out of our system. A study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults with low magnesium levels were significantly more likely to report frequent nighttime leg cramps. That's not just coincidence. That's science connecting the dots. I remember my neighbor Linda. She's 72, sharp as a tack, but used to suffer from nightly cramps that left her in tears. Once her doctor recommended adding a magnesium supplement to her routine, within weeks, she started sleeping through the night again. No more curling up in pain at 3:00 a.m. So, what can you do? Add more magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almonds, and black beans to your meals. Or talk to your doctor about a supplement, especially if you're on medications that may deplete it. Vitamin D. Now, if magnesium is the muscle relaxer, wait till you hear about the vitamin that flips the on switch for your muscles. Vitamin D, the muscle activator. While most people know it as the sunshine vitamin that keeps bones strong, very few realize how essential it is for keeping muscles working smoothly, especially as we age. Vitamin D plays a critical role in helping your muscles contract properly and absorb calcium efficiently. Without enough of it, your muscles may feel weak, sluggish, or even shaky. In fact, low vitamin D levels are directly linked to decreased muscle strength and increased risk of falls in older adults. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that seniors with adequate vitamin D performed better in balance and strength tests than those who were deficient. My Uncle Joe, who's 68, used to avoid walking outdoors because he felt like his legs just weren't steady anymore. His doctor tested his vitamin D levels, and guess what? He was severely low. After a few months of taking a daily supplement and making an effort to get a little sunshine each morning, Joe's strength came back, and so did his confidence. If you're not getting at least 15-30 minutes of sunlight a day, or if you live in a northern state, chances are your vitamin D might be low too. You can also find it in foods like fortified milk, egg yolks, and salmon. But honestly, For many seniors, a supplement may be the simplest way to keep your muscles powered up. Vitamin B12. Now that you know how to activate your muscles, let's talk about how to protect the nerves that control them before they start misfiring. You might not think much about your nerves until something feels off. Maybe it's that numbness in your toes, a strange tingling in your legs, or a sudden loss of balance that makes you feel unsure on your feet. That could be your body's way of saying, hey, I'm low on B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for keeping your motor nerves healthy, the ones that tell your muscles how and when to move. Without enough of it, those nerve signals can get scrambled, delayed, or even blocked, which may lead to muscle weakness, strange sensations, or unsteadiness. Research published in the journal Neurology showed that older adults with low levels of B12 had a much higher risk of nerve damage, especially in the legs and feet. And here's the kicker. B12 deficiency is incredibly common in seniors because our stomachs produce less of the acid needed to absorb it from food. My Aunt Marlene, who's 75, used to feel like her legs were made of jelly. She thought it was just old age, but blood work revealed a significant B12 deficiency. After a course of B12 injections and then regular oral supplements, her balance improved and the tingling faded away. You can find B12 in foods like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. But for many seniors, a supplement, often in the form of a chewable tablet or a spray, is easier for the body to absorb. Potassium. Now, if nerves are the messengers, what keeps those messages running smoothly through your muscles? Let's talk about a mineral that helps your muscles exhale. This little powerhouse is crucial for keeping your muscles calm and steady, especially after they've been hard at work. Potassium helps balance the electrical signals that trigger muscle contractions. Without enough of it, those signals can go haywire, leading to twitching, spasms, or painful cramps. Now, you might be thinking, I eat bananas. I should be fine, right? But the truth is, as we age, our potassium levels can drop due to medications like blood pressure pills or diuretics, or even mild dehydration. And if you're not replenishing what you lose, your muscles may start to protest. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 with low potassium levels were more prone to frequent muscle cramps and fatigue, even when they thought they were eating healthy. Take my friend Harold, for example. He's 70 and used to get terrible leg cramps every time he gardened. His doctor ran a simple blood test, found his potassium was low, and suggested he add more potassium-rich foods like sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados into his meals. Within a couple of weeks, the cramps eased up, and he was back in the dirt, happy as ever. If you're on medications that flush out potassium, or you sweat a lot during walks or chores, don't just rely on bananas. There's a whole world of potassium-rich foods and supplements. If your doctor agrees, that can help calm your muscles. Calcium. And while potassium helps muscles let go, there's one nutrient that gives them the solid foundation to even move in the first place. Let's talk bones and the mineral that makes them strong. Calcium, the bone builder. Most folks know calcium keeps your bones strong, but what many don't realize is how critical it is for your muscles too. Without enough calcium, your muscles simply can't contract properly. And when your muscles can't work right, that's when stiffness, weakness, and even spasms can creep in. Calcium acts like the messenger between your brain and your muscles, telling them when to move and when to relax. Low levels can lead to unpredictable muscle behavior, sometimes even mimicking nerve issues. And here's the catch. As we age, our bones become less efficient at storing and releasing calcium when we need it most. In fact, a report from the National Institutes of Health highlights that nearly half of adults over 50 don't get enough calcium, putting them at risk not just for fractures, but also for declining muscle function. My cousin Marie, 67, found herself struggling to carry laundry up the stairs, not because she was out of shape, but because her muscles simply couldn't keep up. Her doctor found that she wasn't getting enough calcium. With a mix of dietary changes like adding low-fat yogurt and leafy greens and a calcium supplement, she was back to handling her chores without that constant dull ache in her legs. So if you're skipping dairy or not eating many greens, it might be time to rethink your calcium intake. And remember, your body absorbs calcium best when you also have enough vitamin D in your system. Vitamin B6. Speaking of keeping your muscles in balance, let's explore a vitamin that acts like a traffic controller, guiding your muscle movements smoothly, especially when things get a little twitchy. Vitamin B6, what I call the muscle function regulator. Think of it as the quiet conductor behind the scenes, making sure your muscles respond at just the right time, in just the right way. When your levels are low, the signals between your brain and muscles can get a little scrambled, leading to those light cramps, twitches, or even a general feeling that your muscles are just off. Vitamin B6 plays a key role in producing neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers that carry signals between your nerves and muscles. Without enough B6, it's like trying to make a phone call with a bad connection. You might still hear something, but it's broken, delayed, or fuzzy. A study published in the Archives of Internal Medicine showed that older adults with low B6 levels were more likely to report symptoms like tingling, irritability, and even mild muscle discomfort. Things many people chalk up to just getting older, when really their body might be asking for help. I remember chatting with Mrs. Patty, 74, at our local community center. She mentioned how her hands felt stiff and her legs cramped up whenever she sat too long. Her doctor later found a B6 deficiency, probably from years of taking medications that interfered with absorption. Once she added a small B6 supplement and included foods like chicken, bananas, and fortified cereals in her routine, those mystery symptoms began to fade. It's a small shift, but it can make a real difference. If your muscles feel like they're sending mixed signals, don't ignore it. Vitamin E. Now, while B6 helps with coordination, what about boosting the flow that keeps those muscles nourished and recovering faster? Let's talk about the vitamin that helps your blood keep things moving. Vitamin E. You might be surprised to hear that poor circulation is one of the silent culprits behind muscle fatigue and slow recovery. And vitamin E plays a key role in keeping your blood flowing smoothly, especially to your legs and feet where cramps and soreness love to linger. Vitamin E acts like an antioxidant shield, protecting your blood vessels and helping them stay flexible. That flexibility means better blood flow, which means more oxygen and nutrients getting to your muscles exactly when they need them, during movement and while they recover afterward. Without it, your muscles might not get enough fuel, especially during or after physical activity, even something as simple as walking to the mailbox. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher vitamin E levels had significantly better leg circulation and muscle recovery after exercise. That means less soreness, less stiffness, and more freedom to move without worrying about your body fighting back. My neighbor George, 69, used to complain that after short walks, his legs would feel heavy for hours. His doctor checked his nutrient levels and found his vitamin E intake was practically non existent. After incorporating more nuts, seeds, and a small supplement into his daily routine, he started noticing his legs felt lighter and less tense, even after a full morning of yard work. Vitamin bone, thiamine. And now that we've covered circulation, let's switch gears to a vitamin that keeps your nerves energized and steady before that sluggish feeling sets in. Vitamin bone, also known as thiamine, or as I like to call it, the nerve energizer. This one doesn't get nearly enough spotlight, but when it's missing, your muscles and nerves can feel like they're constantly running out of battery. Vitamin bone helps your body convert food into energy, especially for your muscles and nervous system. When you don't have enough of it, your nerves can start firing more slowly, and your muscles might feel weaker, even if you haven't done anything to wear them out. It's like your muscles are plugged into a faulty outlet. A study in the Journal of Neurological Sciences found that thiamine deficiency in older adults was linked to mild muscle weakness and slower reflexes, symptoms that often get misdiagnosed or brushed off as just part of aging. But sometimes it's not about age, it's about what's missing. My friend Dolores, 76, used to say she felt foggy and tired in her legs, especially in the afternoon. Her doctor found a bone deficiency, likely tied to her diet and years of managing diabetes. After she started taking a low-dose thiamine supplement and switched to whole grains and legumes more often, she said it felt like someone turned the lights back on in her body. If your muscles feel lazy or your nerves feel like they're lagging behind, ask your doctor about your vitamin bone levels. It's a small vitamin, but its impact on your day-to-day energy and movement can be big. Vitamin C. Now that we've recharged your nerves, how about the part of your body that holds everything together? Let's talk joints, tendons, and the vitamin that helps them bounce back. Vitamin C. When most people think of vitamin C, they picture fighting off colds. But there's a whole other side to it that's just as powerful, especially for your joints, tendons, and connective tissues. If your knees creak, your hips feel stiff, or your muscles seem slower to heal after activity, this little vitamin could be your silent partner in recovery. Vitamin C plays a crucial role in the production of collagen, a protein that acts like the glue holding your muscles, ligaments, and joints together. Without enough collagen, your body struggles to repair tiny tears in these tissues, which leads to soreness that sticks around longer than it should. According to research published in the International Journal of Sports Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism, older adults who supplemented with vitamin C and collagen saw improvements in joint function and post-exercise recovery. That means less time feeling sore and more time doing what you love: gardening, walking, or playing with the grandkids. Take Mr. Benson from my walking group. He's 73 and used to need a day to recover after a long walk. His physical therapist suggested a vitamin C boost, so he started adding oranges, bell peppers, and a small supplement to his routine. Within weeks, he said his knees felt less cranky, and he could walk every morning without worrying about stiffness holding him back. So, if your joints seem to creak louder than the floorboards, give your body the building blocks it needs to repair. Vitamin C won't make you 25 again, but it just might help you move like you feel 10 years younger. Ko Ku Ten. Now, let's close out with one final nutrient that recharges your cells from deep within, the one that powers every single muscle movement you make: CoQ10, the cellular recharger. This nutrient might sound like something out of a science lab, but your body actually makes it naturally. CoQ10 lives inside your cells and plays a major role in producing energy, especially for your muscles and heart. Think of it like the spark plug that keeps your engine running. Without it, your cells can't power up properly, and everything from movement to recovery starts to feel harder. Now, here's the tricky part. As we get older, our natural CoQ10 levels begin to decline. And if you're taking certain medications, especially statins for cholesterol, your levels could drop even faster. That can lead to fatigue, muscle weakness, and a frustrating lack of stamina, even if you're eating well and staying active. A study in the journal Biofactors found that older adults supplementing with CoQ10 experienced better energy levels and reduced muscle fatigue, particularly those on statins. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a powerful ally if you feel like your body just isn't keeping up the way it used to. I remember Mr. Clean, he's 71 and a retired firefighter, telling me how drained he felt after even a short walk. His doctor recommended a low-dose CoQ10 supplement, especially since he was on cholesterol meds. A few weeks later, he said he felt like someone flipped a switch and gave him some of his old spark back. If your tank feels empty even after a good night's rest, talk to your doctor about CoQ10. It might be that last missing piece your body's been quietly asking for. Final thoughts. Voice of Wisdom, Din. And here we are, my friend. We've explored the essential nutrients and habits that quietly support your muscle health, from the nerves that send signals, to the minerals that fuel your strength, to the building blocks that help your body recover and keep moving with ease. But remember, this isn't only about age. It's about giving your body the right care, so it can continue to serve you well in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Maybe you've seen yourself in some of these examples: those sudden cramps that wake you at night, the heaviness in your legs after a short walk, or the stiffness that lingers longer than it used to. The good news is, even small, mindful changes like getting more sunlight, staying hydrated, or adding the right nutrients can create a powerful ripple effect in how you feel day to day. Growing older doesn't mean giving up the activities you love. It means listening more closely to your body's signals and offering it the gentle care it's asking for. Every small adjustment is a step toward moving freely, feeling stronger, and enjoying life on your own terms. If today's message spoke to you, I encourage you to take action, whether it's talking with your doctor, looking at your daily routine with fresh eyes, or simply paying more attention to what your body needs. And always remember, you are not walking this path alone. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Has your body been giving you signals lately? If so, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're feeling steady and strong, type a 0. Let's lift each other up and grow together in this journey of healthy, graceful living. And if you found value here, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Voice of Wisdom, and click the bell icon so you won't miss more uplifting, practical tips for health, vitality, and confidence at every stage of life. You deserve to sleep peacefully, move with ease, and feel vibrant in your own skin every single day. Together, we'll continue discovering the simple choices that can make that possible. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and always stay connected to the voice of wisdom. Ciao!